Good evening, people. Let's see if everything is all good. Check if the audio is good. Yeah, that works. It's good. Alright, well, how quick was that? Just literally ended my live stream of watching the Q Clash. Alrighty then. Is my green screen all good? I don't know. Yeah, it is. It is all good. It's all good. Oh, they're showing the bounce right now. I have to switch it off, unfortunately. So, yeah, we are here for tipping. So it's not updated yet because the Q Clash actually just finished, but I got a 5. So it wasn't too great. This one I'm kind of annoyed by. I feel like I could have seen Adelaide winning. Like I could have seen that happening for sure. I'm not annoyed I got this wrong too much. I don't mind seeing Geelong losing, but also I just at the time it made sense because they had not lost yet. I just counted on their win streak. I was wrong there clearly. Fair enough to Melbourne. This one was obviously stupid, but sometimes it's worth the risk. I'm obviously not angry about this. It's my team winning. We got a big win over Western Bulldogs. It was absolutely brilliant. And then obviously, yeah, I got that right. So yeah, only one I'm annoyed about getting wrong is this. That one I'm really annoyed about. So yeah, we're gonna put Docker's level on timeout for half an hour, so it's much more peaceful. Hello Hyper, how you doing? If you watch the Q Clash stream, you know why I just timed out Doctor's Level 30 minutes. You got Adelaide Saints, D's, Freo Lions this week. Okay, interesting. So we got the same amount of tips, but you obviously you tipped you got Adelaide correct. So what you tipped? I'm guessing you tipped Carlton. I mean that makes sense. Unless you mean round 9. Yeah, I'm good, Hype. How you doing? I'm good as well. Just tuned in. Obviously, it's not updated yet, but I might as well show you the comp. Hello, Mr. Cat. Thank you. Change the Freo tip Richmond to Freo. So I'm 27th. I'm on 44. It's to be expected. I was second like a few rounds ago, which is fairly funny. My tissue box was blocking my stream software. There's me. Next to Lord Bontempelli. Yeah. Quite a few people on 44. Everton lover Kate is there. One person on 31. Is he even playing? It's Davidoff eyes. Risks are there to be taken. What on earth? It's not letting me go in the name, is it? It's not letting me do it. What is this? What's going on? Okay. Let's go on view tips. Where's the view tips section? Oh, there it is. I got a mix of the first game. A lot of people tip Port, like me. I want to know about Davidoff Eyes. Tips Port, Collingwood, GWS, North, Geelong, Essendon, Freo and Hawthorn. And go. There's tips Hawthorn though. Tips bloody Hawthorn. That's fair enough. What is the playlist guy doing? Interesting. Yeah, so in the rankings, how's that still loading? 57 Rachel's got. That's crazy. I mean, obviously you got Mel, Ashley, Ryan, Corbin, Tracy, all at 57. Can you like rank by lowest? It only shows top 50. Why? Okay. Yeah, so let me also show you the gauntlet before I start tipping. I have selected Collingwood, but my issue with that is that's using a strong team early, and it's probably a bad idea, but like that's like I don't know about that one. I don't know about this one either. I'm not going to tip North just yet. At some point I'm going to have to. I'm going to save the Eagles as well for sure. Essendon GWS, I think it could be a close game. Fremantle Sydney, you never know what Fremantle could do. They're unpredictable. They're not consistent. So they could win that game. You don't know. Sydney on paper should beat them, but you don't know. On paper they should beat Richmond, but they didn't. So you don't know. Geelong Port Adelaide. Again, I think Geelong will win that game, but is it worth tipping them now? And Carlton Melbourne is just too close to call. I could go for Adelaide. I could take a risk. But I don't know. Those people that tipped off on the bottom of the comp just didn't tip because all of their tips were the waysides, meaning did not tip. I see, that's possible. Have loads of strong teams left to tip. You can afford not to be able to lose, not to be able to use Collingwood. I am considering Adelaide, just because I've not been convinced by Brisbane. Even today, they didn't score a single goal from half time up to like 7 minutes left in the last quarter. Adelaide are dodgy too, though, but go for Hawthorn. I could, but I don't trust us enough. I don't know, just in case the Saints win. Let's tip the main round, and then we'll see. I'm going to refresh it just in case it updates to 5. No, it's not updated yet, that's fine. Round 9. 69. That's gone down a percentage. I'm going Melbourne to win that one. Melbourne by 7. After beating Geelong, I trust them a bit. But I think Melbourne can win that game. But you never know of Carlton. I think Geelong will for sure beat Port Adelaide. Sydney Freo. Sydney Freo. I think Freo could pull something off, but Sydney are very strong. I'm going to go Sydney, but I am going for Hawthorn. Hawthorn to beat the Saints. Let's do this. Alright, 2 weeks ago I tipped North Melbourne. It was stupid. Last week I tipped Richmond. It was stupid. Third time's the charm, my friends. The third time it will happen. Hawthorn to beat St Kilda. Let's go. Let's go, people. It's going to happen. Hawthorn are going to win a third game. Can you imagine the scenes? Essendon GWS, I'm surprised the gap is so big, to be honest. I think Essendon can possibly do it. It's not impossible. Interesting how Carlton aren't favourites. Are favourites? Yeah, I know, right? I'm surprised it's so big. Hello, AFL Legend, how are you doing? There's not many safe games here. I know, right? There's not many safe games at all. I'm going to go Western Bulldogs there. I might tip Essendon. I don't know if that's stupid. That's the 1 PM alarm. I might tip Essendon. Gold Coast, Collingwood. I'm going to go Adelaide as well there. So that's what I've gone with. But have I taken too many risks tipping both Hawthorn and Essendon? Melbourne just defeated undefeated Geelong, and people have the nerve to tip against them. To be fair, Carlton beat undefeated Giants, so you never know. Gold Coast were horrible, I know, right? But they're going to beat North for sure. Remember in 2019, I tipped Essendon at Marvel. Everybody said to change it, and I got it right. Yeah, similar thing happened with Freo against Geelong. I think it wasn't 2022, but it was like a season before that where Geelong were like first, and I said Freo will beat them. Everyone was like, no, they won't, and they did. You give North a chance away at Gold Coast. Gold Coast are bad away, but in the Gold Coast, I'm not sure, mate. You're a D's fan and you're heavily tipping Carlton. I think I'll stick with that. My issue now is the gauntlets. You know what? Adelaide. I'm going with Adelaide. I'm risking it for a chocolate biscuit. The risk is worth it. Adelaide. I am trusting unreliable Adelaide to defeat unreliable Brisbane. It's going to happen. Dogs for the gauntlet. That could be a shout, but I'm going to save the dogs. I'm going Adelaide. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Okay? I'm going Adelaide. I don't want to waste Collingwood. I'm going Adelaide. I think they can beat Brisbane. Brisbane, even against North, they're a little bit dodgy as well, even though they beat them. Melbourne was their one good game. They have shown time and time again that they can't go 4 quarters. Second half, they struggled a lot today, even though they beat Gold Coast, but that's because Gold Coast were worse than they were. Most teams would have punished Brisbane, I think, today. But regardless, I think Adelaide, at the Oval, can take the Lions. Can. Will they? We'll see. But I'll wake up next Sunday when it's full time and we'll see what happens. Okay? But yeah. These are my tips. The last 4 I am mostly confident with. The first game could go either way. Geelong, I think, will win. Fremantle, I think they can do something, but I'm going over Sydney. But I've taken 2 risks with Hawthorn and Essendon. We will see where that goes. So, yeah, those are my tips. I got to refresh this just in case, because I need to make sure I actually picked Adelaide. There you go. If I get this right, that makes up for me not tipping against North. So, I guess so. I'm not looking too far ahead, but in round 10, theoretically, who would I pick? Brisbane. If Adelaide win, I'm tipping Brisbane at the Gabba the following round. Could put an Essendon, but get them out of the way, but I think Essendon win more games. Adelaide, Brisbane are probably my next 2 tips. Probably. Probably. Tipping Essendon there is a new contender for dumbest tip ever. Is it? It's not dumber than North Melbourne 2 weeks ago. It clearly is not, my friend. It clearly is not. Have you noticed how peaceful it is when Docker's Lover isn't here? Docker's Lover in his alt account. You see how he's too scared to bring his alt account here now? Because we call him a 6-year-old. He knows that if he chats with that account, it will get timed out as well. I timed him out for 30 minutes. Crows to lose to Lions at home, then beat the Pies at the MCG. North will beat Essendon next week. They have the wood over us. They'll find a way to defeat us. You can't even name the last time North beat Essendon. North won the last 10 games against them. Have they? I like to refresh because I have trust issues. I remember there was one time I tipped something and it didn't go through. That is all good. All good. All good. You beat them twice last year, that's a lie. Mr. Cat and Mouse we are debating on whether North beat Essendon last year. I'm so confused. Alright, so my gauntlet tip is Adelaide. And I've gone for Melbourne in the first game. Two Friday night games is quite fun. I'm going to go for Geelong. I think Geelong will win. Sydney, I think, could be a bit different. Freo could actually win that game, I think. But I think Sydney will get over the line, only just. Taking some risks with Hawthorn and Essendon. We'll see how they do against the Saints and the Giants, respectively. Dogs, I'm fairly confident will beat Richmond. I guess you never know the Dogs, though. They just lost to Hawthorn. Gold Coast, I'm confident will beat North. Collingwood, I'm confident will beat West Coast. Adelaide, I think, can beat Brisbane, for sure. Both teams are dodgy there, though. But that's also my golden tip. It is Adelaide. So, Mars is trying to summon black magic to Essendon to win. Mars says, we haven't beaten North since 2019. Can anyone fact check this? Have Essendon not beaten North since 2019? I went for free risk if I can from percentage. Yeah, true. I'm surprised by that first game percentage, though, because Melbourne aren't exactly like... That's not a bad tip, so why is it not closer to like 50-50? I'm just like, what? Essendon cannot defeat North. This guy. Even though Melbourne are overwhelming favourites. You can confirm Essendon haven't beaten North since 2019. That's what Mr. Cat was lying when he said Essendon beat North twice last year. Where's the list of games? I don't need this. Oh, okay, there you go. North lost to Essendon. What? I've been trolled. North, it literally just says North lost to Essendon. Literally the first game. I've been fooled. Mr. Cat, we need a coalition. These guys are tricking people. This is what you call deceit and trickery. Mr. Cat has hacked the site. Of course he has. Of course he has. Next time, listen to Visionary known as you. Apart from cat knowledge, you said cats don't hide, but they do. I saw one hiding under a car. But we can trust your footy knowledge. You know. It was funny. I fell for it, and I'm just like, literally the first game, Essendon beat North. To be fair though, oh no, actually Essendon defeated North. Yeah, you defeated North twice. Okay, I read that wrong. Sorry. Essendon defeated North. North lost to Essendon. Essendon defeated North. Defeated North. North. When was the last North Melbourne win? Essendon defeated North. Essendon lost to North. North defeated 2015. It wasn't even called Marvel Stadium. That's how long. I wasn't even watching. I did not know what AFL was the last time North beat Essendon. Oh my word. Well, I just made the list. I'm not even gonna read what that number is. It's way too long. You put W's in it, so it's not really a number. You wrote about the code, mate. That's invalid. You gotta retype the number now. Oh my days. So yeah, that is those are my tips. My gauntlet tip is Adelaide. So there you go. Should I record my short? Because I always record a short version as well, because it's a good way of growing the channel. I'm gonna do it right now, right in front of you guys. Okay. AFL Round 9 tips. Another 9 out of 9 is coming, even though it didn't come last week. No wait, I'm gonna do that intro again. I've got something on my beard. Alright, that's my moustache. It's time for AFL Round 9 tips. Last week I thought I'd get 9 out of 9. I was wrong, but this week I will for sure get 9 out of 9. Watch this space. Right, I'm gonna scroll just to. I'm surprised by the percentages here. I think it's a 50-50 game. I'm going over for Melbourne for the win. I need to speak more clearly for flip's sake. You're watching me record a video with multiple takes, you know. You get the behind the scenes. You get the behind the scenes. Okay, let's go again. I'm surprised the percentages are this low for... I can't... I've stuttered! This is what happens to me, right? When I do it wrong once, I do it wrong like 10 times. All right, I'll be... This will work. This time it will work. This time it will work. Okay. Okay, we go again. We go again. I'm surprised by the percentages in this game. I think it should be 50-50. No, that's not why. That's the wrong wording. Hello, Mr. Cat. Mr. Cat says hello, YouTube. Mr. Cat has forged and doctored his wind. My word. I've gone for Melbourne in the first game. I'm surprised by the percentages, to be honest. It should be more 50... no, not should be. Why am I saying should be? That's the wrong word. I'm tipping Melbourne in the first game. I'm surprised the percentages are so far apart. I feel like it should be a pretty close game. I've gone for Geelong to beat Port Adelaide. I think this will definitely happen. Sydney, I think, will beat Freo, but I reckon Freo could do something. But I'm going to tip Sydney. I'm going to get it right. I've gone for 2 risks here, 2 big risks. Hawthorn to beat St Kilda and Essendon to beat the Giants. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Western Bulldogs to beat Richmond, Gold Coast to beat North, Collingwood to beat West Coast, and Adelaide to beat Brisbane. The last one I'm a bit doubtful on, but look, listen, these are some great tips in my opinion. That works. That works fine, I think. We're going to stick with that. We're going to stick with that. Alright, we're going to stick with that. 9 out of 9. It's happening. 9 out of 9. I'm going to edit it. It's time for AFL Round. It's time for AFL Round 9 tips. It's time for AFL Round 9 tips. Last week I thought I'd get 9 out of 9. I was wrong, but this week I will for sure get 9 out of 9. Watch the space. Watch the space. It's time for AFL Round 9 tips. It's time for AFL Round 9 tips. I know that one. I'm tipping Melbourne in the first game. I'm surprised the percentages are so far apart. I feel like it should be a pretty close game. I've gone for Geelong to beat Port Adelaide. I think this will definitely happen. Sydney, I think, will beat Freo, but I reckon Freo could do something. But I'm going to tip Sydney. I'm going to get it right. I've gone for 2 risks here, 2 big risks. Hawthorn to beat St Kilda and Essendon to beat the Giants. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Western Bulldogs to beat Richmond, Gold Coast to beat North, Collingwood to beat West Coast, and Adelaide to beat Brisbane. The last one I'm a bit doubtful on, but look, listen, these are some great tips in my opinion. I'm tipping Melbourne and tips in my opinion. I'm tipping Melbourne in the first game. I'm surprised the percentages are so far apart. I feel like it should be a pretty close game. I've gone for Geelong to be. It's time. 9 out of 9. 9 out of 9. It's happening. 9 out of 9. 9 out of 9. 9 out of... It's time. And my gauntlet tip is the Adelaide Crows. I have used the Suns and the Saints. This time it's the Crows' turn. I hope they win. It's a bit of a risk, I feel, because both teams struggle a bit. I'm going to put that in there. And my gauntlet tip is the Adelaide Crows. I have used the Suns and the Saints. This time it's the Crows' turn. I hope they win. It's a bit of a risk, I feel, because both teams struggle a bit. Both teams struggle a bit. And my gauntlet tip is the Adelaide. It's time for... But I'll still, I'll end the stream first before I upload that. And I'm loading it now, but I'm not going to put it public. That voice sounds a lot like me. Oh, wow. Does it? I wonder why. All those people that tipped the Tassies in one go? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I just upload that private, right? Yeah, private. Okay, so my gauntlet tip is Adelaide, and those are my tips. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It's only been 25 minutes. Not good enough to do it again. That is it from me. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Docker's Lovers was timed out for longer than the streamers. That's funny. And goodbye. I pressed the wrong button.